Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
It's the podcast that's got more turkeys than a Thanksgiving table. It's Guys of a Certain Age. Robbie Koblentz in studio alongside
Art Shirley.
And Jay Reed.
You notice how we never change that up.
We have changed it up before.
When all three of us are here. If one of us is gone.
We try to do it different. It just did not feel right.
It doesn't, does it?
No.
It feels really weird and awkward.
Very strange.
Very strange. Very, very, very strange. So, without further ado, Geeks of the Week. Anybody got something?
Hey, I've got one.
Who wants to go first?
Okay, as we record, it's a week since Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein was released.
We don't use that type of language on this podcast. Sorry, Mrs. Reed.
His version of Frankenstein released. Have y'all seen it yet, or y'all planning to watch it?
No,
Frankenstein
released on
Netflix,
in the theaters.
Netflix.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I want to see that. I do.
Yeah, it's really. We watched it this weekend. It's really well done. I thought it was supposed to be very faithful to the book. Found out it's not as faithful to the book. It's faithful to the spirit of the book, but not as.
Have you ever read the book?
Yeah, I've read it a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember. You know, I'm much more a fan of the. I mean, I like the book. The book's great.
Yeah.
But the movies are, what I watch. Either the Hammer movies or the old Universal classic movies. So it's hard for me to remember what happened in the book as opposed to what I've seen in the various movies.
Well, you remember in the book, it starts on the ship in the Arctic Circle.
And it does that there.
Does it?
Yes. So the look of it is Did you ever see the Bernie Wrightson illustrated version of Frankenstein? No. I ordered it after that because they pulled a lot of that look from it. The look of it and the feel of the book is there. I'm watching and think this is, and it's not particularly scary. It's not like a scary movie. It's more of a story of what Victor Frankenstein, the doctor, does and how he kind of deals with what he's created. But it's very interesting.
It's kind of like how I feel about
really
this
well
podcast.
Done. It's really well done. Like I said, if you are very familiar with the book, if you've kind of got that in your mind as this is what it's supposed to be like, you might be a little disappointed because it's not. But it's really well done, and the look of it is just right. And the stuff in the Arctic, feels like what you feel like. Yes.
I've got it pulled up on the iPad of Power.
And the guy that plays Frankenstein, and I can't remember,
plays Frankenstein's monster.
Yes. The guy who plays Frankenstein is Oscar Isaac. I always get that wrong.
Damien Poe.
He does a great job. The guy that plays Frankenstein's monster, the creature, Adam, is a new actor that I've not seen, but he's like 6'5" or something, and he does a great job. I imagine we'll see him, in plenty of other stuff going forward. Really does a good job.
This looks great.
Conveying a lot of emotion as the monstrous creature.
I read the book years and years ago.
Yeah,
when I was just out of college and kind of on my own and had money to buy books.
Then he got married.
Well, I still buy books, but I kind of went through a phase where I found like some paperback classics like Frankenstein and others that I knew from movies and such, but had never read the books. And so I remember reading it back then, but that's been a minute.
Yeah.
This looks just really, really great.
Yeah.
So not suspense. I mean, suspenseful, but no horror.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, there's some gruesome stuff in it, but it's not. It's much more of an atmospheric kind of thing as opposed to a real scary movie.
Did Becky like it?
Yeah, Becky and Will and I all liked it.
Did you?
That's cool. Fun.
Cool. So probably wouldn't recommend this for viewing over the Christmas holidays with all the family gathered around with.
Well, there is a Christmas segment that's really nice. I'm just kidding.
It's got The Rock in it. I've already seen it.
Oh man, that's pretty funny.
Kevin Hart plays Frankenstein and The Rock plays the creature. It's great.
That's hilarious.
That would be fun.
Code Frankenstein.
New actor.
Code Frankenstein. So, well, cool. I would like to watch it at some point.
Yeah.
So, Jay, what's your geek?
Yeah, so I got kind of a dual thing connected here. Stephen King has set some sort of record this year. In 2025, he had 4 different books or stories that have been adapted into movies. So then I guess they're all out this year. The Monkey, which I did not see. I haven't seen any of these. The Monkey, The Life of Chuck, The Long Walk, and then The Running Man, which I think that's out now or is about to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell.
So I ran across this thing about The Long Walk. Have you seen or heard of this at all?
I have, yeah.
You seen the movie?
No, I have not, but I've seen.
Apparently it's one of his early books.
Yeah.
So the premise of the movie is that it's kind of Squid Games, Hunger Games adjacent, where these boys compete. They walk and if they get under 3 miles
Mark
per
Hamill's
hour or
in this.
whatever, maybe
He's the evil general.
okay.
Yeah.
So if they don't keep walking, they basically get shot, and then whoever makes it to the end gets whatever they want, etc. So Lionsgate, I guess, did the movie, and they sponsored a viewing where everybody watching the movie was on a treadmill.
Oh my gosh!
And had to keep up over 3 miles per hour the entire movie. If they stopped, they weren't shot. They had to leave. So they were not able to finish the movie. They didn't shoot anybody, so it's kind of lame.
Yeah,
but,
come on.
But I thought it was a really
hilarious,
cool kind of
that's really good.
Kind of a way to promote it. Now I don't know if it's already. It said the poster I saw said September 12th, so it may have been in theaters. It didn't show any streaming yet.
Yeah,
as far as where it was.
I think it's come out yet, but it just seems like theaters. I mean, movies and theaters are not doing very well right now.
Yeah, well, I heard you say, I think in maybe the Halloween episode that y'all did that you haven't kept up with.
Yeah, just
and I don't either.
Out there.
This summer when all the Marvel stuff was coming out, of course, I was on top of everything, and I would see posters when I went to the theater. But I'm not looking to see what's coming.
Yeah, the Wicked is probably the only thing we'll go see coming up.
Yeah. For good. That too.
Yeah. There's not really anything I'm interested in coming up on.
Well, me neither.
Yeah.
But Wicked is probably what we'll go.
Sorry, Mrs. Shirley.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Mrs. Shirley.
But I can't think. I mean, usually there's Christmas stuff that we're all excited about. And I don't know of anything that, are we just missing it? Are we just out of touch now?
Like Christmas themed or Christmas releases?
Well, he's talking about Christmas.
Avatar.
Oh, okay.
The third Avatar is coming out. It's like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah. See, I'll wait for that to come on streaming.
Like he said, anything that we're interested in.
Yeah, and that's a shame because both of them have been really well done. But man, I think like we mentioned this before, Avatar waited too late to come back.
Yeah. Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair.
Yeah, see, I've seen both of those, so I don't really need to go see it at the theater and see that.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas, The Last Straw.
There we go.
Dust Bunny.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either, but there's nothing here that's striking me as, hey, I've got to go see. I mean, there's literally nothing here. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, but that's going to be Netflix.
Yeah, did see that. That comes out and then like after Thanksgiving.
December 12th.
Oh, December 12th. Okay.
So it is after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was like the weekend after Thanksgiving.
I'm looking for December movies. F1's coming to Apple TV.
Yeah, I will have Apple TV by the time that comes back on.
You say you will.
I will. Something just released. Monarch.
What no, that's not my turn yet.
Okay.
That's one of my geeks.
How would I know?
You could ask.
I could have. I didn't.
But we don't.
No, we don't.
But did you know Monarch's coming out next?
You know, if there's any question about whether any of this is prescriptive.
Now, but I am looking forward to your geek because I don't know anything about it other than it's coming back out.
Well,
why don't you tell us about it?
I've got to.
Have we finished yours?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Are we done?
Yep.
So as Art just stepped all over my toes, and my Geek Monarch season 2 is back next year, and so it's going to drop February of 26.
Okay.
I don't know exactly when in February. The article doesn't say, but the big piece is February 27th. They're going to Skull Island. So the cinematic King Kong will be part of the Monarch legacy of monsters. So it's tying it all together.
Is there a trailer or something coming out?
Yeah, a new trailer dropped yesterday.
Okay, that's because I thought it was out. I thought, well, let me subscribe again.
No, you got a little bit of time.
See, this was very helpful to me. I may have stepped on your toes, but it provided a great source of information.
I'm going to tell you, you need to be watching Pluribus, both of you. on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good things about that.
Oh, to me, it's the most original concept for a TV show since Severance. And it may be better than Severance.
Really?
Well, it's from Vince Gilligan.
Yeah.
I know.
When he says, we can't say.
Yeah, which that happened 50 years ago, 60 years ago. And then, like, Gilligan's Island premiered 10 years before the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Edmund Fitzgerald. Is that one of your geeks too?
No.
Okay,
but
50 years ago.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I thought that was a much older event. The song is not much older than not much.
The Gales of November came early. So what an amazing tune.
That is amazing tune.
It's got a great guitar sax hook in it. So I was going to say sax, but it doesn't have a saxophone in it. But you enjoyed Monarch season 1, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was just him and I geeking about it. So, but
it was, but Jay did see it.
Jay came back alongside.
Jay didn't care for it.
Yeah. A couple other things that I
thought
saw.
it was about butterflies. What's the butterfly going to show up?
I don't insult him I don't insult you like he does.
I
respect your intelligence.
Maybe not like he does.
No,
but equally.
I may poke fun at you, but I don't insult your intelligence, just your timeliness. So
I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. It's the cold medicine talking.
Okay.
Who's cold?
Mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what it is?
Yes.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I took a slug of Dayquil earlier, and I felt like I was drinking on the job.
So,
speaking of that, did y'all hear?
This podcast is so much better when we're all three here.
Yes, it is. It's fun.
I did a CE this morning, and for
continuing education
about controlled substances, and in part of his sort of description of crazy stuff that goes on, he said something about a TikTok challenge of NyQuil chicken. Have you ever heard of this?
I have heard of this, but I don't remember.
I don't know what it
is.
was. He just had a picture of NyQuil and a picture of chicken cooking. So it's like you.
I think you cook the chicken in NyQuil, right?
Yeah, something like that. I just cannot imagine. We are not endorsing this.
I'm throwing up in my mouth.
Endorsing this.
And actually, we have a pharmacist on staff that is not endorsing.
We are not
this.
endorsing the NyQuil
right.
chicken. It came right after the picture of the kid with the Tide Pod in his mouth, which was also
Didn't 6'7"
stupid. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Good luck.
yeah. Good luck with that. I got a couple of little things to announce here. Mad Men is coming to HBO Max November 1.
They're just showing the old series.
Well, it's in 4K, so it's been remastered in 4K.
Maybe I'll finally watch it now.
It was available on Netflix at one point, and now it's been on AMC Plus. They remastered in 4K, coming to HBO Max, which I thought was pretty cool. I was hoping *Halt and Catch Fire* would also be involved in that transition to HBO Max. And what else? Oh, well, Frank Frazetta's Conan artwork. Did you see this art? So the Conan the Conqueror, the Berserker picture, right? The original was auctioned for $10 million. Well, the auction price is going to start at $10 million.
Start at $10 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Kirk Hammett, I think I pronounced his name correctly. He's the lead guitarist for Metallica. Owns it. So, yeah, $10 million for that.
Wow.
Do you have any art worth $10 million?
I do not.
If we killed you, would any of your art be worth $10 million?
Probably not.
We'll keep you alive. We won't send you on the long walk. But I thought that was pretty fascinating. And then the other thing,
it would not be a long walk for me. I'm just going to tell you. I'd be like,
not with your Dayquil guzzling.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
So, and this is a geek I missed earlier this year. So Tom Baker, known as the longest serving doctor on Doctor Who, was awarded the MBE, the Member of the British Empire, for his contributions to television. So he got his MBE actually yesterday as we're recording this. He's 90 years old. And so there's apparently 5 orders of the MBE. In the top 2 orders, you're a knight and you'll be referred to as Sir. I don't know if he is now Sir Tom Baker or not. But anyway, he's Tom Baker MBE.
Okay.
So pretty cool things to have letters behind your name.
Yeah.
What letters you got behind your name? What are
RPH?
RPH. Cool. I have none. 0.
I have RPM from when I was a DJ.
The way we're talking, it might be RIP before too long. So, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. He's a member of the British Empire.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's the Galactic Empire. MG.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, are you a member of the Galactic Empire?
Yes.
No, I bet you are.
I have a card.
Let's see if
Remember,
I got
long-standing.
MGE.
I think that's all I've got. The Frazetta, I thought you would pull the Frazetta artwork auction.
No.
Makes me wonder what some of other Frank's masterpieces
I don't
would
guess
go
Sarah
for.
mentioned that. I think it seems like she would have.
Oh,
Sarah Frazetta Girls.
Frazetta Girls. Yeah. You would think they would have brought that up, but $10 million
$10 million
for a piece of pulp art that was on the Robert E. Howard 1967 edition of Conan the Barbarian. So,
Not Conan the Berserker?
I guess it was Conan the Berserker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it the Barbarian then the Berserker?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you read those books?
I read like a couple of Robert Howard stuff, Robert Howard's things. I had like, I probably got into it after the movie came out, and it doesn't really translate as well to the movie as the movie was more based, I think, a lot on the comic books that were out at that time.
Yeah. Which were loosely based on the book. I got into his...
But I liked them. I thought they were good.
His Cormac books. I'm trying to look if I can find the name. Anyway, it was kind of his, as I understand it, was his follow-up to Conan, and more Celtic than Norse. So, but anyway, yeah.
I did rewatch the Jason Momoa Conan.
Oh,
Barbarian.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How was that?
I don't even remember if I finished it.
No,
I didn't remember him doing one.
Yeah.
I'm going through Fantastic Four First Steps again, and there's some things about it I really like, and some things I'm like,
Yeah, I rewatched it again, and have not rewatched Superman yet, but I did watch Fantastic Four again. Kind of the same way, but there's some things that I really liked, probably liked better than I thought so in the first time.
Like what?
I still just the retro feel of the whole thing. I just really liked that. Thought that was good. I have the Silver Surfer. And probably appreciated that character more this time than first. I still have a problem with Galactus when he comes to the city of New York, and even more so probably now than before.
Why is that?
He just steps out of the cart. It seems like all of a sudden he's trying to limit himself to human interaction when he's been, this god in space lately and doing all this kind of stuff. And then, I'm just going to walk across town now.
Well, why not?
I'm going to get out of my my cosmic rascal. And
walk across Texas with me. So, have you rewatched it, Jay?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I'm rewatching The Wrath of Khan right now.
Khan.
Yep.
Sorry,
because I
listened to the podcast and I wanted to kind of connect the dots. So we'll talk about that later. But
can you? When he says Khan, yeah. So yeah. So,
did you listen to the podcast?
No. Have you?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we both enjoyed it. Yeah, that was good.
Maybe I can jump into it at some point since I'm not listening to a Mississippi State sports podcast anymore.
Like
8 episodes. Yeah,
I think 8.
And
wow.
You probably listened to them as they came out week by week.
I tried. Yeah, I got behind a couple times.
Yeah,
but
I had to catch up, but it'd probably be better to listen to them
sequentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think about Wrath of Khan?
Well, so far, I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't remember when.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I realized the movie came out way before the podcast, but having listened to the podcast, the movie actually makes more sense. And I'm sure it was like retconned to get all the prequel stuff that we heard. But
which
you're looking at me like,
what was retconned?
You couldn't retcon Wrath of Khan because it came out in 1984.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh,
that's
the podcast is prior to the movie.
Yeah.
Yes. But
so now I'm watching the movie and I have a better feel of how we got to the movie, even though when they made the movie, the podcast wasn't there. All that information. I don't know if they made it up for the podcast or not.
Yeah, it's a story that it comes from a story. Who was the director? Who was the guy that wrote the directed and wrote Wrath of Khan?
Robert
Myers. Nicholas Myers.
Nicholas Myers.
Nicholas Myers wrote the story for the podcast.
Okay.
I came up with the general concept of it. So I guess it was probably the backstory. I don't think it existed at all until recently.
Well, that's what I mean.
But I think it was his backstory to get us from Space Seed, the original episode, to Wrath of Khan. So it kind of bridges that gap.
Yeah. So that's what
because
I mean.
we've got things that happen, that they talk about in the movie, and now we know what happened. It actually has more.
Yeah, the planet blows
to
up.
it.
Context.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Any reference to
Midichlorians? No.
can't get that earworm out of my head.
Nice
bada
reference.
boom.
Yeah.
How you like that?
Mm-hmm.
No, what's her face from Strange New Worlds? The Noonian.
No.
What's
There's
her
not
name?
at all. Noonian Singh. I can't remember what her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice if there would have been.
But there was not. No, there was no reference to her at all.
Because
Now I will say that there are characters that maybe she's, related to.
Yeah.
Because and this is not giving anything away. The story is framed as something that's taking place on.
I read the Wikipedia.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So you've got a researcher who is working with Tuvok, who was later in
Tim Russ.
Later in Voyager.
Yeah.
And so they're going back and listening to tapes, of that they found on the side of the planet that Khan lived on.
Yeah.
And that tells the story of what happened. And they're hoping to get more insight into Khan as a person, as opposed to, the tyrant that we see his battle with Admiral Kirk.
Because he sent his daughter off, right? Didn't he send his daughter?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, spoilers for anybody who's going to listen to it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm kind of. I wish there would have been. It would have been cool to have a reference, because Strange New Worlds would have taken
place before this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure would have. It would have taken place before the original episode of Space Seed.
So did
I don't know there's any connection.
Did they reconcile how Khan knew Chekhov?
They did not.
Okay.
They did not.
All right. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I'm pointing to Jay.
people have said that,
he was a member of the crew.
Yeah, he just saw him on the hall.
Yeah, that's right. I never forget a face. Well, we never met before.
That's right.
I'm like Jay Reed. I always remember faces. So, all right, we're going to take a break, and then who knows what we're going to talk about up next. And we're going to turn the mic over to Jay, because it's now, I got to get it. Hold on. Where's it at? Oh, it's now time for, whoops, wrong thing.
It's time for Jay's Regrettable Segment. Yes, Jay's Regrettable Segment. Today brought to you by the Epstein Files. Yes, the Epstein Files. Juan Epstein, the beloved sweat hog from Welcome Back, Kotter, is releasing all the information you wanted to know about Barbarino, Horseshack, and Freddie Boom Boom Washington, as well as the beloved Mr. K. Even a note from Epstein's mom's included. Yes, check out the Epstein Files now. Now here's Jay with Jay's Regrettable Segment. I've fallen down a well.
And what else? You fallen down a well, and?
It's time for Jay's Regrettable Segment.
No, and you can't get up.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to Baby Jessica.
I can't believe you invoked Welcome Back, Carter. Welcome back. Did you guys watch Welcome Back, Carter? Cotter. Yes. Yeah, whatever.
Welcome Back, Kotter.
Welcome Back, Carter is Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
did you watch
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a little too young for it. I mean, I remember it, but didn't really watch it because it was it AB? No, it was
ABC. Yeah.
ABC Friday night.
Right after Happy Days and all that kind of stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
I can remember seeing the debut episode when it came out, just thinking it was great.
We should do a retro. Well, they're all retro episodes that we do here, guys of a certain age. But what we should do is pit certain nights of network TV against each other to see what is the greatest. Like Thursday night NBC with Cosby and Cheers, and what else would have been on Thursday? That
you had Family Ties at one time, and then you had Seinfeld at one time. You had Wings.
Yeah. So versus like CBS Friday nights with Dukes of Hazzard and Dallas, and then Dynasty. So we should all come armed with a night and time from our childhood that we thought was the greatest lineup and pit it against each other and see who wins.
Yeah, as opposed to what we've prepared.
We're always coming up with what are we going to do for a show? Isn't that a good idea?
I like that.
Yeah.
All right,
but it is time for Jay's regrettable segment.
Hold on.
Jay's regrettable segment. Now here's Jay.
Okay. So did you want to keep looking for whatever effect you were going for? I guess not. Okay. So we finished the Regrettable Superheroes Loot Crate edition few episodes back. So today we are starting
like 2 months ago.
Yeah. All right. So we want to give credit. The guy's name is Jon Morris, that was the author of this collection,
who I reached out to multiple times to come on the show.
And we'd still like him to come if he hears this.
Ghosted me.
So the Legion of Regrettable Supervillains is what we're starting today.
Okay.
Also the Loot Crate edition, whatever that is.
Should I be doing a different voice for the supervillains?
I don't know. Maybe we should work on that. Yeah. Not today.
Well, I mean, I've got all kinds of buttons I could hit right here. I mean,
So just
large robot.
Oh, that might be it.
So just a couple of things. We're starting out in the golden age, just like we did the superheroes. And I thought it was interesting. They said that like Superman came out in 38. At that time, there were no supervillains. He was basically fighting gangsters and oligarchs and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hurricanes. Who knows? But about a year later, then villains began to come. And it listed the Ultra Humanite is maybe the first one that he fought. So pretty quickly,
was a gorilla.
Really? Okay. So really pretty quickly after that first year, the villains began to show up. And some of them lasted a long time. And we could think of, Lex Luthor and Joker and others who have just, stood the test of time. And others have had less success in their longevity. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So
I feel like he's giving a book report.
Well, he is in a way.
I've been prepared for this first one for like 2 months, and I'll still screw it up somehow. So the first one we're going to do is Babyface and Brother. Okay, yeah, that's sort of a...
It's the Ultra Humanite, super-brained gorilla.
All right.
Not to be
What was that
confused with
from?
Grodd. That's first.
Yeah, but I mean,
I just pulled it. It's from the animated series.
Okay. Sorry, he took your
It's all right.
super gorilla.
So Babyface and Brother.
Babyface and Brother
are the first villainous duo we're going to talk about. And this came from, and what we'll do, each of these villains had, a primary person that they were enemies of. This was created by John Casson in Clue Comics number 5 from Hillman Periodicals. And this is October 1943. So the enemy was Twilight. We'll get to Twilight in a minute. Twilight didn't even make it to the Regrettable Superhero book. But so Babyface was, as you might expect, kind of a short, squatty, baby-faced guy, well-dressed, wears a derby hat. Brother was wrapped like a huge being wrapped in bandages and did not speak. So what Babyface said was that Brother had been burned, and that's why he was wrapped in bandages, and that his tongue had been cut out or something, and so that's why he didn't talk. So that was the story. They went around giving, quote, charity. They would pass out cash to people, and the people that they gave money to, they would then say, hey, come with us, and take them back to their lair. And when they got back to the lair, they basically put the people in cages because Brother turned out to be, speaking of gorillas, a big gorilla.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why he was wrapped in bandages and couldn't talk. He's a gorilla. So they would take him back, and the idea was that the gorilla had been, tortured in a zoo for so many years.
Yeah.
And they'd bring these guys back and let him torture them in vengeance, in revenge. And Babyface just was mad because people made fun of him.
So they were the stars of this comic book.
Well, they were the enemy of Twilight.
Okay, that's what I was
So I think Twilight was the star of the comic.
Okay, so they weren't
the villain of the day.
They were the villains
of the issue, right?
The protagonist was Twilight.
Right. So Twilight, his outfit it didn't really say what his powers were. It didn't focus on him, but his outfit was like
a glittery vampire.
furry werewolf. More.
Furry werewolf.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's all a costume, but it was a furry costume, kind of had a half mask here with
looks
little ears.
Wolverine haircut.
Wolverine-ish, yeah. So what he did was he put on a costume. He discovered what was going on. He put on a costume over his costume. So he's got a mask over the mask.
It's really hot.
Right. And he catches him in the act, and he kind of rides on the back of their car. By the way, I should mention he has a sidekick named Snoopy. This is 20 years prior to Peanuts, who is a parrot.
Does he say, hang on, Snoopy?
We don't know what
hang
Snoopy's powers are either. But anyway, so he gets almost to the lair, just kind of hiding in the back of the car, and they catch him, and they put him in the behind bars.
Gorilla cage.
They take his outer costume off so that he's in his inner costume.
Oh my.
So the other thing, Babyface, it's a lot going on here. Babyface has a shrinking ray.
Okay.
Like a ray gun. So he will, do that to people too, to make them, I guess, smaller than him, since that's his issue is that he's small and was made fun of for being small. So in a tussle, the shrinking ray accidentally hits Brother. So Brother begins to shrink. He becomes mad. He lashes out at Babyface, kills him.
Oh my gosh.
And then turns into a tiny monkey that is harmless. So their career as supervillains is very.
So that's what I was going to ask.
quick.
This is just a one-off.
This is just a one-off in their case.
And boy, is it off.
Yes,
Right. So Twilight, saves the day.
I'm going to say
speak.
regrettable on this one if we voted.
Definitely regrettable.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if there's any other.
I can't believe you
facts here.
studied for that.
Well, I didn't exactly study. It's just like for so many weeks I had it ready, so I was ready for this one.
You did a more than adequate
More than adequate. That's about the highest compliment I've ever got from Robbie. More than adequate.
This is very nearly adequate.
Okay.
No, nice job.
All right. Are you ready for another?
Yes.
Do I have another? The next one is the balloon maker. And this is interesting because you were talking about Frankenstein earlier.
I was.
Frankenstein was his enemy. But the Frankenstein of the comic, at least this comic, was a hero, not he's still the Frankenstein monster, still kind of has that look, but he was the hero in this.
Yes.
So this one, created by Dick Briefer, Frankenstein Volume 2, Number 2, Prize Comics in July, August of 1948.
Okay.
All right, so this is a fascinating story as well. So a guy named Hank Gallo, he's an explorer, he's in Africa. He finds this tribe, peaceful tribe. They have this concoction that allows you to stretch the skin of animals, beyond the normal stretchability. So we jump ahead. He steals a 12-year supply. I don't know what the significance
Not
of the
11,
12 year,
not 13, 12.
12-year supply, kills the tribal leader, and escapes back to America. So back in America, he hires Frankenstein as a shop kind of help. All right.
Frankenstein for hire.
Right, so Frankenstein's on his way to work. He stops at this carnival sideshow and discovers that there are some people from the sideshow that are missing. Last seen in Gallo's studio. And the premise was that Gallo invited them in order to make balloons that looked like them. What he found out when Frankenstein arrived at the studio was that he had made balloons from them using this concoction.
Diabolical.
So he skinned them and made them into balloons.
Where does that
and Frankenstein was destined for the same fate. So, chaos ensued. There was another guy from this is a key piece of the story. Also in the sideshow was a guy he was the African wild man Bongo, whose real name is Butra, and he's the son of the tribal leader that Gallo killed. Right? Okay. So the son of the tribal leader is destined to be made into a balloon. And at this point, we don't find out. I guess Frankenstein did his thing and took care of Gallo, because the next scene that is described to us is that back in Africa, Butra is standing over his father's grave and says, "Mission completed. I have avenged your death." And there is a giant Hank Gallo balloon floating above the grave.
Oh
Good
my!
grief.
So,
do we need to put
the balloon maker a warning above this one?
Yeah, okay. I think we may need to put making.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's regrettable.
I don't know. I think that might be kind of interesting. I was looking to see when the Macy's Day balloons started to see if maybe that's why inspiration came from it.
It was a 12-year supply. Yeah. And then they had to go to plastic. Yep.
Like so anyway, 20 years before this came out.
Balloon maker.
Yeah.
So, and I have one more.
What are our categories? Regrettable, redeemable.
We were discussing that last. Regrettable, redeemable, and I think we started off with regrettable and non-regrettable.
Yeah.
And then we added redeemable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So non-regrettable would be, hey, this should
have done. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And redeemable means it should be rebooted.
You might could take the concept and maybe do something else with it. No, I'm going to go with. I said,
but I think we got two regrettables.
I think regrettable. Yeah,
I don't know. You like that one, Art?
I kind of liked it, but then you think about it, and it's like, you've seen some of that. Like seems like
I have not.
You've seen those movies. I think it's the Total Recall version with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and there's that scene where he's on the planet, and his face starts to expand. So you've kind of seen that balloon look before, and I'm thinking, we don't need to go back to that.
I need to watch that again.
Well,
for the record, that was not a pre-recorded sound effect. That was done live in studio.
Okay. I am dying on this. That's terrible.
No, that's
that wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't good.
It's reasonably
was
adequate.
Regrettable, redeemable, or
not
mostly adequate.
Very nearly adequate.
It should be regrettable, nearly adequate, redeemable.
That's right. I think we need a new category for the villains, a new grading system for the villains.
We'll
think about that.
We'll have to ponder
All right, bring us home.
All right, so the last one is the black tarantula.
Ah.
And it really didn't have a specific enemy. So it's this is a little bit more vague.
Nemesis, I think, is because he's the enemy.
Well, I'm just reading from the book from Mr. Norris. So
and he's on his name is on the cover.
Yeah, he describes it as enemy. So
okay.
So this one, another ambiguous bit of black tarantula is we don't know who created it, but it debuted in feature presentation number 5, Fox Publications, April 1950.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So this one, it is kind of not that the others weren't hard to follow too. This one's a little bit harder to follow, but so the black tarantula is about 1,000 years old, and we find out that there's not just one black tarantula. It's sort of a group of beings, and they are. Well, you'll get the rest in a minute. So he's hanging about. It starts off as hanging out above his grave. His name is Zoroaster Rorit, and Rorit spelled backward is terror. Okay. So the tombstone says 1101 to, and then there's no end. And he's like, well, I can't die, so I'm eternal, but I'm dead. It's kind of, the living dead is kind of the idea. So the story is he's trying to. He wants to marry, this particular black tarantula wants to marry Princess Elthenia. She wants to marry a commoner named Leopold, but she's unable to do that. So she chooses the happiness of death. Well, meanwhile, so I guess he bites her. It was kind of vague here. He bites her. She becomes a giant black tarantula as well. So that gives her a living death.
So they're kind of like vampires a bit.
Kind of vampirish, yeah. Mm-hmm. Kind of that idea. So now she's a hideously beautiful black tarantula. Leopold comes back into the story here and decides he's just going to accept the bites. So he also can be a black tarantula along with her. But what they didn't know is his grandfather was a black tarantula as well. So he had some insider knowledge, and he knows that to blind a black tarantula will rob it of its power. So he captures Count Rorit, and blindfolds him. So we're not talking about blinding them. We're talking about wrapping a bandana around his eyes, and he loses his power.
Okay.
Leopold and Elthenia, now I guess being the same state. It kind of reminds me of Shrek, when they both become big and green, and they're happily married, and the black tarantula is entombed. So this one I just thought was, only redeemable in the way that you said, that it is basically a vampire story, but spiders instead of bats, I guess.
So redeemable in that.
You think it's redeemable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess
I would.
Or it has already been redeemed in that genre.
Yeah, mostly adequate.
I don't know if there was how many issues this lasted, how much story aside from this that there was. I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of story here to base an opinion on.
No, but if Art likes it, the rest of us can like it.
Okay. The black tarantula.
I mean, there's not a lot of art here too. It's just a black tarantula.
Wearing a top hat. That's interesting.
Wearing a top hat and has,
for the record, Jay doesn't show me the pictures. He just shows.
I noticed
art.
he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm sitting over here scrolling and I can't see behind your bottle. Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
10 cents.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, well, 1950, that was a lot of money.
That was.
Regrettable.
We did not mention
supervillain.
the fact that the penny is no longer being made, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's going to be sad.
So I mean, the price of your thoughts is
my
going
collection.
up.
Yeah, that's right. Penny for your thoughts. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Dime for your thoughts. Nickel for your thoughts.
Yeah.
Dollar.
A holler.
So that's all for today of the supervillains.
Okay.
Well,
This has been Jay's regrettable segment.
hold on. Let me get
in.
Where is it? Which one is it? Is it?
This has been Jay's regrettable segment. Brought to you by. This has been Jay's regrettable segment.
This has been Jay's regrettable segment.
I think the first voice was the monkey after the shrink ray.
Help me.
Oh
I
my!
won't mention the sponsor again.
We are. We've gone off the rails here. We're going to go off the.
Brought to you by
podcast.
Amtrak.
We live off the rails.
Going off the rails.
Thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next time around.